Christian Audio presents Talking with Your Kids About God, 30 Conversations Every Christian Parent Must Have by Natasha Crain. Narrated by Nan McNamara. To my mom and Grandma Elsie, two ladies who always exemplified what it means to love the Lord. Introduction. My backyard is where plants go to die. Each year when spring rolls around, I think I can grow a few potted plants outside and enthusiastically head down to the local nursery. I buy plants with beautiful green leaves, already starting to produce fruit, and drive home ready to take on the world, one homegrown tomato at a time. Within a month, my plants die. Every single time. I can't pretend I don't know why. I'm the world's laziest waterer. I start off strong, but soon fail to water the plants until they're almost dead. Feeling guilty, I then drench them with buckets of water one last time, but it's too late. They can't recover, and soon they're in the trash. Last year, I was determined to do things differently. With my characteristic spring enthusiasm, I picked out pepper, tomato, and basil plants. I meticulously watered them every day. But, despite my discipline, the tomato plant soon turned yellow, the basil plant was burnt by the sun, and the pepper plant was devoured by caterpillars. Not knowing what to make of all this, I finally purchased a gardening book to learn more about keeping plants alive. I couldn't believe how much there was to consider. I thought gardening was simple: dirt, seeds, and water. In reality, it's a lot more complex. Each plant has unique needs. Even if I remembered to water each day, my discipline wasn't going to keep my plants thriving because different plants have different needs. The tomato plant turned yellow because I watered it too much. Plants need more than one ingredient and in the right amounts. I had assumed that plants simply need water to grow. I hadn't considered the amount of sunlight each one needs, nor the type of soil or fertilizer. The basil plant died from too much sun. The environment plays a major role. Not only did I need to proactively give my plants what they require, but I also needed to proactively protect them from predators. Caterpillars were able to eat my pepper plant because I hadn't warded against them. One afternoon, as I thought about my failure as a gardener, I was struck by the resemblance between what plants need for physical growth and what kids need for spiritual growth. But how much more important is the care of our children's souls? If I really cared about growing plants, I would have educated myself on gardening much sooner. It just wasn't a priority. But as parents called to the all-important role of leading our kids to know Jesus, we can't afford to just give it our best shot and see what happens with a possible do-over next spring. Too much is at stake, and good intentions are not enough. We have to know what we're doing. We need both direction, the knowledge of what to do, and discipline, the commitment to doing it. Discipline and direction, a key relationship. To better understand the importance of discipline and direction for Christian parenting, consider these 3 scenarios. 1. When we have no discipline and no direction, we're leaving our kids to wilt spiritually. This happens when we're inconsistent in watering their spiritual lives with no discipline, and when we don't understand all that they need to thrive, no direction. It's an easy trap to fall into when we're busy. Our spiritual training ends up being a mealtime prayer here and there, a wishy-washy commitment to church, and occasional references to the Bible thrown in for good measure, especially when someone's behaving badly. If guilt takes over, we may drench our kids with more church activities or devotionals for a while, but
Sample complete. Ready to continue?